the American government from Hoover right to probably the Queen of England. And with that collaboration of these mishaps, we try to fight back. They fought back too with their power of wrong for us to have our right. To make a long story short though, we end up working together, and to this day, although he's passed away, been probably killed by them, the most important thing right now is the fact that we still have the message go on to give peace a chance, not inform the pieces to give them a chance. So give them a chance. Amen.
Well, now let's go talk about that a little bit because David, there's a little bit more to this story, right? And you were actually performing where at the Beacon Theater it was with John Lennon, and the FBI, which was following John Lennon around at the time, actually mistook you for John Lennon.
That was at the okay, very good point. That was at the Ann Arbor at the University of Michigan.
Oh, University of Michigan.
The Chrysler Auditorium.
That was in a photo, though, right? They're mistaking you for Lennon?
The picture, yes. Now, the thing is right now is that...
How do you know that for a fact? And I know why you know, but I want you to tell
Okay,
people.
the reason why I know that, because what the FBI files, they had a profile of John Lennon with my picture in it. I had a picture of John Lennon. I look a lot like him. I was a fan of it, so I look like my imitation, the highest form of flattery. So at the St. Mark's Church, a whole marijuana facsimile of a joint with the dark glasses on, long hair, and the same kind of profile as him. The FBI told the police and the officials in New York, do not take pictures of John Lennon. You do not know what he looks like. They took my picture instead. And then they had we checked out the FBI files. Here I am, the greatest mishap, the greatest flattery of all in the history of all rock and roll music. David Peel in the FBI files has a facsimile of John Lennon in a profile prototype. To this day, it's still in the FBI files.
Wow.
I'm not complaining.
You got a copy of it, didn't you?
Oh yes, I do.
How tall is the stack of papers?
But my stack is about 200-300 pages. John Lennon's about 5,000 or 6,000.
200 or 300 pages.
So the imitation stopped there. From page to page, he went way ahead of me. That's why I knew John Lennon was the right person for the profile at David Peel.
Now, why David Peel? I'm Paul DeRienzo, sitting in for Joe Musi. I'm off camera, but it's fine. These guys can take the show wherever they want to right now. Joan Musi isn't with us. She'll be back in 2 weeks. Tell us, what was it that John Lennon saw in your performance and the type of music you do and the type of music that our guest, the last International, do?
Okay, what I did is much more street, much more provocative, and much more blunt and very much more uncensored. Whereas their music is more like the good old folk generation of everyone from Phil Oakes to Pete Seeger, Peter, Paul, and Mary, a little bit like a Bob Dylan. I'm more like the Fugs, a little of Zappa, a little bit of crazy Yoko Ono, a little bit of MC5, and a little bit of David Peel. I put all of them together like this. We have a mishmash, and also the street people from Washington Square Park. I put that together, make a mishmash of it, where the revolution begins right on the ground and up.
Do you have a favorite song that you wrote?
Yes, my favorite was I Like Marijuana.
Right, can you do an a cappella for us? Just people, just a 5 seconds.
Okay.
Right, go for it.
You sing along with me now. I like guitar pick, please.
Oh, here we go.
I like marijuana. I like marijuana. You like marijuana. We like marijuana too. Marijuana. 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 I like marijuana, you like marijuana, we like marijuana too. I wanna be a hippie, I don't wanna get stoned. Marijuana. I wanna be a runaway, get to leave home. Marijuana. I smoke pot and I like it a lot. Marijuana. Legalize marijuana forever, marijuana. I want to smoke pot, I want to smoke a lot, but here comes my father, the marijuana cop. Marijuana. 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 I like marijuana, you like marijuana. I like marijuana. You like marijuana. I like marijuana. You like marijuana. We like marijuana too. Hi. That's the way it is, my friend.
David Peel, wow, thanks for that presentation. Now, the last International, tell us a little bit about your music. You're in New York now. Is that your base of operations?
Yes.
For now, yeah, we plan on hitting the road. We're planning a tour of the UK and Portugal, which may turn out disastrous, but that's part of the process.
Right.
For around October.
This is your CD?
Yeah,
just
that's
give
it.
Folks a chance to see it.
It's our debut album.
A debut album.
We released it about a little over 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago.
And it's available in all the usual places, right?
Yeah,
You can just
online and
right.
our
Just write in
website.
the last International, right?
Yeah, with an E at the end.
With
Sometimes
an E
folks
at the
forget
end.
the E.
Internationale.
Internationale, yeah.
Right. Now, why? That's the last International is an interesting concept. What does that mean?
Well, we get asked that a lot. I've attached my own meaning to it. I originally heard the phrase, there is an old folk song called The Last International, but it was spelled the same way with the E at the end. But I first heard that phrase without the E, and Bob Black, he's an anarchist, he wrote an essay, and in there, I forget how he mentioned it, but he used the phrase The Last International, maybe referring to himself, I don't know. But I thought the phrase always stood out to me. I thought it was a great phrase. And then we were looking for a band name. It's really a folk duo, but sometimes we play with a full band. But The Last International, I think it fits our politics perfectly.
Yeah, tell me about your politics, because I'm looking, your songs are River Blue, Where Have All the Flowers Gone, Winter
Which
Soldier.
is an original Where Have All the Flowers Gone.
Okay, your own original.
We just took that, we stole the name from
I
the
see.
figure.
And Winter Soldier, which is the Veterans Against the War, Vietnam, and we've had also Mathis Chirot, the Iraq Veterans Against the War. He was
he was here? Oh.
He's been here on the show, yes.
Great.
And right after he was beaten senseless and arrested, and we had other people we know from that group who were terribly treated, and he told an amazing story. You can see that on our website. Ballad of a Yuppie Liberal.
Oh, no, yuppie scum in my phrase.
4th of July, John Riley, a traditional. Free Troy Davis, which we just heard. Step by Step, Done Somebody Wrong. Workers of the World Unite. Wow, could you? We have a while now. Could you play another one of these tunes for us?
Yeah,
We'd love
sure.
to hear you guys. Anyone, pick whichever one you want.
Which one you want to do?